Hearing just that, you're not quite satisfied. Something's missing. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Ah, there it is. God, too, found something missing in his brand new creation. Yes, he did pronounce it all to be very good. Yet, 3 verses after sending Adam to work in the garden, God finds something missing, something not good. It is not good for the man to be alone. So God creates a partner for Adam. And the scene moves from this to this. Adam will not have to work alone. Centuries later, Elijah, exhausted after dealing with hundreds of false prophets and then running for his life, experienced what it was like to work alone. He told God, "I'm the only one left." When people in the New Testament were sent to do some kind of work, we see a pattern. They typically did not go alone. Jesus needs a colt, sends 2. Jesus needs a meeting room, sends 2. Jesus deputizes 72, sends them 2 by 2. Dorcas dies. To call Peter, disciples send 2. The Holy Spirit launches a mission, sends 2. Paul is unable to go to Macedonia, sends 2. As the teacher says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. This is especially true for those in the workplace. A.W. Tozer understood the position of the Christian in one of the world's workplaces. He said, "The loneliness of the Christian results from his walk with God in an ungodly world, a walk that must often take him away from the fellowship of good Christians. His God-given instincts cry out for companionship with others of his kind." In light of Tozer's statement and all the biblical examples, Hebrews 3:13 makes so much sense. Encourage one another daily, as long as it is called today, so that none of you may be hardened by sin's deceitfulness. In other words, encourage each other again and again and again and again and again. That frequency is impossible in once-a-week church meetings, but it is so doable in our daily work. First, though, you need to discover who the other Christians are. Finding fellow Christians is easy in a church gathering. The clues are everywhere. That young woman to your left, well, she came today, which leads you to think she probably wants to follow Jesus. She's carrying a Bible, she knows the songs, and she's wearing a cross pendant. Persuasive evidence that she's probably a Christian. But to discover fellow believers in the workplace, you may have to play detective. Some Christ followers might be staying under the radar. How can you discover who they are? First, watch their lives. Do you see any clues in their lifestyle choices? The way they treat the nobodies around them? Their hobbies? Second, listen closely. What does their vocabulary reveal? Only God, of course, knows their hearts, but you are simply trying to find others in your work circle who seem interested in following Jesus. Weave questions into your conversations that could lead to revealing responses. Questions like, what are your plans for this weekend? What are your favorite books? Who in history do you most admire? What do you think about the state of our world? Then, when you and other Christian coworkers have come to know each other, you can begin to encourage one another in all kinds of ways. For example, you can team up to provide meals for any coworker who is ill. You can be on the lookout for any coworker who seems troubled or depressed. You can find opportunities to pray together before or after hours or during the lunch break. Or in some cases, you might want to start a Bible study. This needs this. And we Christians need encouragement. We need to give it and to receive it again and again and again and again and again. We especially need encouragement in our places of work, which often leave us feeling spiritually isolated and unsupported. In that context, we first need to seek for each other, and then we need to support one another intentionally. One more reason to get up and go to work.